Hi, it's David here from Wargaming, guys, and this is how I do blood splatter on my bases. I posted my bases and how I did recently I put on Instagram, I posted on Instagram my Natchjager from K47, and they got a snow base on. So, and I did some blood splatter effects. It's been commented by a few people that they want to know how I did it, so I thought I would show you how I did it. So this is the video to show you how I did the blood splatter. This is it's only using one paint, and that is a Moonhopper Games paint. It's called Bloodbath, I think. So let's get on and do it, yeah? Okay, so here we are. We are going to look at how we're going to get this blood effect on the snow bases. As you can see, there's multiple layers, multiple tones of the paint, and we're just going to use one paint, and this paint is called Bloodbath by Moonhopper Games. Go and check them out. I'll put the link in the description below. Now for this, you'll just need that paint, some paint brushes, and then your water and some kitchen roll stuff. What you need to do is fully paint and base your models. Now, as you can see here, I've already, try and get that into focus, already used some of the Bloodbath on the arms and the legs and the face and some of the bandages and everything, but you'll notice that with the darker colors, the paint doesn't come up quite as vibrant, which I think helps with the blood stained effect. Obviously, the more red you want it, the more and more layers you'll have to put on, but it's more of a layer thing rather than anything else. Okay, so before you start painting on the base, you need to pay attention to where you think the blood is going to drop. So we've got some blood around the face and on the hands and the feet. So we're going to be putting some blood splatter around those areas on the base. So you need to identify, like I say, where it is on the base that you want to do. That's before you even put any paintbrush, any paint on your paintbrush. Okay, so let's get on with it then. So need a paint palette. I've got a very small paint palette because it's just a base really. And then you've got to shake the paint up. It really needs to be agitated to mix it up. It's a slightly thicker paint. So shake it up and water it down a bit. What we're looking for is the first layer is going to be like a watered down layer, so it's going to look a little washed out, and it's going to look as if the blood has landed and spread out over the snow. So you identify where you want to do it, and then put this lower, this lighter watered down color on the snow, and as if it was spreading out from the area that it dropped. Don't be too concerned about neat shapes, because liquids don't spread out in a uniform fashion all the time, do it? So you want to put it around in the rough areas. So we've done underneath the hand. Now we're going to do underneath the face. And then once we've done underneath the face, I think we're going to do a bit of like footprinting, as if he's walked through a bit of blood. Well, it was not really footprinting, but trail. We're going to put a trail in. Here we go. So put a little trail after the feet and like the little footprints. And it doesn't matter if you get random bits of blood all over the snow. I mean, in this case, I managed to make it look like the footprints, but blood splatters everywhere, so it doesn't matter. As long as it looks good, that's fine. So once you've done that, you've got to wait for it to dry. Now that dries pretty quickly. And then you're going to go for a darker So a less watered down version of the paint. Still slight amount of water. And then start putting a darker section on the blood patches inside in the center. Think about where the blood would drop in the middle and then spread out. That center bit's going to be slightly darker, and that's what we're going for. Now, you can do an intermediate step. I'm not going to bother with that because that's just an additional step I don't think it needs. So we're going to be doing this on all the sections. Don't be too concerned about the neatness. Like I said, we're going to stick some, we're going to put it in the center to darken it up a bit. It's a very simple way of doing it, and I think it turns out a nice effect. And it doesn't take too long to do. You see, it's only taken a few minutes to do this one model. Now you'll notice that it does come out quite nicely on the snow. Later on, I do it on some of the others. I do it on the mud, and that does actually, it requires a bit more heavy-handedness on the paint to actually get it to notice the color. So there you go. That's that one done. And as you can see, it's nice. You can see the different tones of the blood and where it is on the actual snow. Now we're going to do the other ones, and we'll get back to you once we've done that. Okay, so now I've done them all. Here are the four, and you can see I've gone through and I've used the same method for doing all of them. Now you notice I have put some on some of the bushes, the tufts, sorry, and the brown mud. I had to do it a bit heavier on the non-white colours. I still think it looks good. Just requires a bit more heavy-handedness, and it does actually go with the tones of the darks and the lights on the different colours as well, but you just need a bit more. Overall, it's a good paint. It's nice and easy to use. Like I said, I only use one paint to do this effect, so it's just a matter of watering it down or using it less watered, so a higher concentration of the actual paint. It's not that expensive. It's quite easy to use. There's not really much more you can say. It's a nice vibrant red colour, which it works well for fresh blood. I mean, you'd have to, if for old congealed blood, you'd have to use a different colour, but for fresh blood, it's quite a nice colour. And again, it is from Moonhopper Games. Go and check them out. Link in the description below. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe, and ding the bell for all future notifications for videos.